The corner of filament, the corner of fun, the filament corner. Hey guys, it's the corner of filament, the corner of fun, the filament corner, and I have somebody with me today. And well, the holidays have passed, the new year is just around the corner, and we got some packages, of course, as always. Now, this isn't my package. This is your package, ain't it? Yeah. What is in it?
A 3D printer.
A 3D printer, that's right. Now, we picked this up before the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday, and we probably should have waited for those days, but we was worried about it getting here before the holidays because, well, if one kid gets something the other one's waiting on it, it just doesn't, we like to make sure we have everything at the same time for them. So, we got it before then, and we decided to go with the Startt 3D printer. Now, if you haven't seen the Startt 3D printer, they advertise it at $100. Ideally, it is one of the cheapest 3D printer kits you can get. And at the time, yeah, it did look like the cheapest kit. Although, like I said, if we'd waited for Cyber Monday, I know that the Trunks X1 was only $117, and that was with free shipping on a couple of sites. So we probably should have waited, but at the same time, though, when a sale like that happens, you know it's going to go quick, and Cyber Monday was closer towards the holidays. He's worried about it being shipped, especially from somewhere like China, and getting here on time. So this one, well, it was $100. They advertise it, and this is how it is on their homepage. I'll probably have to throw up a screenshot, but it's advertised as buying the machine with 2 spools or four spools. Now, on that screen, they don't actually tell you what they mean by spool. And, well, it turns out that they're not 1 kg or 1 kilogram spools. They're only half that, so they're only 500 gram spools. And you can order 2 or 4, so you see that's a small box. Now, I just like if on that screen they would tell you about the filament, because they just tell you about the printer, and then you have the option of buying it with spools, but they don't tell you how much is on the spools or how much is all together. I think that'd be a nice thing for them to add. Now, with shipping, this printer, well, that was $60 extra to us, so we probably should have waited for Cyber Monday, so we could have gotten some nice full rolls of filament for that $60 in shipping we ate getting it here. But it is what it is, so hopefully it'll perform good for her. I'm hoping it will. Are you hoping it will? Yep. And hopefully it'll be a good introduction. That's what they advertise it as. Of course, I'll be helping her all the way, but I'm glad she's interested in the hobby. So, with that said, I guess I'll show you the filament first. So the filament was blue and white. So, I'm pretty certain that this bag is sealed because the corners are curling. But it's not like a really powerful vacuum sealed. But I mean, it does look sealed, so. And it does have, you know, the silica gel packs and all that, so. Let's see. Put that there. One more thing to note, in case you are thinking about ordering this printer yourself, don't be surprised if you don't hear anything from them. We actually emailed them a couple of times to find out if they'd even processed our order, and it wasn't until later on that we could log in to our account on their website and view the tracking number, although the tracking link they provided pulled up an error. I had to manually go to the FedEx site and enter in the numbers myself manually to pull up the actual information on it. The link they provided on their website took me to an error page for some reason. So don't be surprised if you don't hear nothing from them. And we asked them if they could send an email whenever they got the next batch of printers in to ship them off. They never sent an email, so.
They did tell me that it would be here before Christmas, though. They did
told
do
us
that.
that it'd be here before the holidays, but
Yeah, because I worried because I never got a tracking number.
they never actually sent the email about when they were shipping it off to us.
Yeah.
So. Now this one is white. So it's a white roll of filament. And of course we got some other rolls for her.
She got some good colors, didn't you?
Yep.
We've got two little ones. One isn't quite into wanting to do the 3D printing yet, but I think seeing her get this 3D printer next year, he may be ready. And then this one here, she wants to be, who you want to be like? Brother? Yeah.
So we're going to leave that. Now the rolls were in this bag, just on top of the printer. You can see where I pulled them out. So
I may have to reset the camera a little bit to get down in the box whenever you get ready.
and there it is.
Okay.
Get your start in 3D printing.
I probably need to raise the camera when you get ready to open it. I'm getting that. Yep.
So now, in case you don't know, according to some videos on YouTube, pretty certain it was Maker Muse that I watched, Angus, that actually talked about it. This printer looks a whole lot like a Tronxy 100, and if you actually look at this box, it has, I'll actually show you because it's on my side right now, it has two little check boxes and it says X1 and XY100, so it's on this side. So yeah, this printer looks a whole lot like that because it probably is that. Can you see where they're at?
What am I looking for? Oh, the top.
Where it says the XY1.
Yeah, I zoomed in on it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's just something to let you know. And I mean, of course, this was made in China. Good old
Got
China.
that Chinesium smell.
Well, I don't know. I haven't opened the box yet.
I may have to raise up the camera and move. Do you think I should cut for a minute?
I'll be pulling out this
Oh,
stuff.
okay. I didn't know if you want me to look down into the box because I've got it rather low.
Gotta be careful whenever you're cutting into these. Because sometimes they do that right there. They put papers on top, and if you cut deep,
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
cut into the papers. So let me put these flaps down and read this to you because we haven't opened this. Congratulations on your Startt 3D printer purchase. Whether you're a seasoned 3D printing veteran or new to 3D printing, we know you'll love building your printer and learning how to print with it. A USB key has been included in your kit with instructions for building your Startt. We recommend you read it through before you begin construction. If you need additional support, we've created an instructional video series and Startt form that you can view here. They've left a link. Your USB key comes preloaded with 5 printable files from our partner, My Manufacturing, and when you're ready for more, you can now load thousands of objects using their innovative click and print function, and it gives a link to My Manufacturing. Thanks again for your purchase. If you need anything else, feel free to contact us by email, left an email, or by phone number, left a phone number. Kind regards, your iMaker team. So, you know, very standard letter of thanks for buying from us. If you need help, go here. If you want to print things and you don't design them, go here. And of course, they are partnered with My Manufacturing. They have been for a while. I've noticed the ads on My Manufacturing. So, and of course, like I said, they're working with them. So of course they got a card for them. And of course I put my stuff up on My Manufacturing now. I got invited on there by one of the, I think it was the community manager off of Thingiverse. So I upload some of my stuff on there. I upload almost all my stuff on the Thingiverse still though. So let's see. This is some sort of price list for a Mini U. I'm assuming this is something else that the iMaker team does. I'm assuming they scan and print you, or you send them the scan. It's just a bunch of prices for stuff, and I don't really think it has much to do with the printer. But they put it in there because, you know, if they make some more money off of you, that's the way it works. Alright, they've included a parts list that they have checked off. So that is interesting. Tells the parts, the quantity of the parts, and there's a check box area. So that'll be interesting to see if they
So everything they've checked is supposed to be in that box?
supposedly they checked through it.
Oh, okay.
And that's what they were telling us in the email.
Yeah.
Basically, they get these from China.
Yeah.
They go through them and then they ship them out.
Okay, I see now. I understand it now.
I'm just wondering if they actually checked it, or if this has just been ran for the copier about 20 times.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
So,
am I going to need to raise the camera?
Actually get into the box.
Do I need to raise
Don't
the
worry,
Okay.
I got it. You going to help me do the honors of pulling off the phone? Alright. Wait just a minute.
Wait on brother. He's got a...
Let's show them.
Okay, let me kind of zoom in here.
He's got a couple of Startt stickers.
Ooh. I like stickers.
You like the sticker?
Yeah.
Okay.
My main concerns is the acrylic frame. I'm not a big fan of acrylic. It'll work, but yes, the good old Trunksy yellow adapter. I've got one of these in my room from my Trunksy X3. So, and an 8 gigabyte SD card. That's pretty big.
Okay.
That's pretty big considering.
So we don't have to buy one of those then.
And of course, all my instructions for this printer are on this, so I'll have to print them off of this.
Mm-hmm.
I like my instructions in paper rather than having a computer next to me.
Yeah.
So now, what was you saying? They printed
They
these?
printed those.
Yeah, I see that. Looks
It's
like
neat, isn't it?
They were either using Build Tack or some blue tape. They weren't using glass or Kapton tape. You can tell from the bottom of them.
What's these?
Yep, I got a set of those.
Ooh, can I
Those
keep
are the
these?
Trunksy special.
You have to keep everything together.
Now, I've noticed there's an Allen key out of the...
Oh, out of the pack.
I assume if you're slapping these things apart, maybe you didn't put one in there, or the bag was not even sealed.
Yeah,
So
it might have flopped out.
that is a USB cable. I've got another one of those. Now, they have included clips that are blue.
Ooh. You know what?
Now, I've got plenty of those. And here's a tube that's just laying on top. So that's probably for the extruder. Now, that cable is for the LCD. This is the plug-in adapter, so you don't have to wire any main boxes. This just plugs into the wall and then into the printer. I don't like that. I would like to have a switch, but I would rather have the box that you just plug in than having to put the wiring in a box.
Are you showing them the wires?
Mm-hmm.
These are for the stepper motors. Those are the end stops.
I'm scared of these.
Why?
They might shock me.
They can't shock you now.
Alright, here's the acrylic parts.
You gotta be careful with them
So
parts.
I'm assuming this is the bed.
Should she be messing with that?
Assuming that's the bed plate, and this is what you actually print on.
Huh.
See, this printer doesn't have a heated bed, so that's probably what you're printing on.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch more acrylic pieces for the sides and everything. My main worry is just that this thing is going to be a wibbly wobbly. And a wibbly wobbly will not like to print if you move it or it has vibrations.
Do I need to help you?
So I've got it.
Okay.
I'm just taking my time.
Ooh. Techie.
Now, alright, we got quite a bit of stuff. Yep, got a cord. I'll show them. Alright, those are screwed in. That's good.
I can get it to zoom. Okay. I got it.
Now, what are you doing?
You gotta be careful.
You know what that bag's for?
What?
It's so you don't have static on your hands and you shock and fry the main board.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you touch. You might ought to ask your brother.
And there's the LCD.
Ooh.
That goes into the frame. That's why it doesn't have a cover. We got some bearing blocks with bearings in them. Yep, that's belts and the cable wrap to clean up the cables.
And what are these?
That's your stepper motors. That makes everything go, go, go. And there's the extruder.
Mm-hmm.
And nails and stuff.
That's not nails, that's screws.
Screws.
Looks like a bunch of it is in bags. Although it looks like some of it is free. Honestly, I don't know if they probably did what Trunksy does. They just straight into the bag. Although I've heard on the X3S they're starting to put them in baggies. So maybe they're getting better on that. Ooh, tiny acrylic pieces. Oh, what fun.
It don't sound like
All
fun.
the acrylic in the world.
It don't sound like fun to me.
Okay, these are plastic. They're not printed. They are injection molded. And that screw is missing a nut. And there it is. So that's an important tip for anybody that's getting one of these and it's unboxing it. Make sure everything is tightened, because clearly it is not.
We missed something.
What's that? I know about those. I didn't miss them.
Are you listening to what everything is?
There we go. I won't lose that screw now. And boy, this thing uses some tiny lead screws. That is some tiny lead screws, I gotta tell
Let's see
you.
if I can zoom in on them. I think I got them.
I find it interesting that they're using injection molded parts. I mean, I guess that's a step up from 3D printed parts. I just find it interesting because that means that they don't have a print farm going of these printers, or one of their printers printing out parts. They have actual molds in their injection molding.
Yeah.
Now here is some rods, smoothed end lead screw or threaded rods, and they put them together. I don't like that. I mean, good chance nothing happens. However, you are putting a smooth rod with a rod that
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it
could affect the smooth one.
Yeah, depending on how strong they are. Now, yeah, those lead screws are small, and there is 4 of them. You probably use 2 of them for the y-axis to hold it together. So, and let's see, stepper motors. Or 5. You get 5 stepper motors with this printer, because it has 2 on the Z. Here's the extruder. As you can see.
Look at there, Dolly.
They got an E3D. I don't know if it's a genuine or a clone. Probably a clone. Now, boy, I don't know about this. I don't know about this thermistor. So if you look, look at how far that thermistor is poking out.
You talking about the pointed thing? Oh.
What? Pointing out.
Boy, it looks a little bit far. Now, I'm not sure what thermistor they're using, but that looks a little far. I mean, and of course they're using acrylic for this. I mean, what do you want holding the hotting on there? Certainly not metal. As long as the hotting isn't close enough to the acrylic, it should be fine, but I just don't care too much for acrylic. And they have a printed part fan. So this part fan adapter is printed. See?
Hmm.
And they've got it angled so it's blowing. So
At an angle, yeah, I see that.
now I don't know about that thermistor. see. It may be heater cartridge. I get my terms mixed up. Thermistor, heater cartridges, they both go in the hot end. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, pretty certain that's the heater cartridge I was talking about. Just because I want to know in case it is too far out. And I'd say that was a little bit too far out.
Went down, didn't it?
So now I can see it starting to come out the other side. So, and the thermistor is still in the block. Sorry for messing that up, guys. I know all you guys that know the, all you people that know what the terms are probably yelling at me for the past 10 minutes. So yeah, I pushed it in a little bit. I can now see it on the other side, so I know it's going through the block fully. So
It's right there beside it.
oh, I know. More than likely, I'll have to tighten up this assembly whenever it's heated up. I didn't do that on my Trunk CX3, and it leaked on top, and I didn't know it until I took the hotting off. So I don't trust that they have heated and tightened everything. So I'm just going to be cautious and do that. And I think that's the last layer of parts. Yep. So I mean, that's it. And the rest of the stuff in here is just acrylic, the stepper motors, you know, the basic stuff. Oh, I mean, I find that interesting that they have injection molded parts for the Z. I can tell they're injection molded because they don't have any lines, first of all. Second of all, you can see those little holes. I'm far from an expert on injection molding, but I know what those holes normally mean, and they normally mean that it's been molded. So, and they got a little bit of a line right there. I mean, their molds are alright. They're a little dirty in the corners. From the looks of it, they haven't really ran these through much, other than getting them in and out of the mold. Looks like they may have done a little bit of work with something like maybe a Dremel or something, just crudely cutting off any extra material. But other than that, I don't think they've touched them that much. So I just find it weird that they invested in injection molding whenever they have a 3D printer that could print this.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully somebody's printed replacements, because I mean, this is solid plastic, but if this breaks, because it's not 3D printed, so you know I know Tronics with the X3 had 2 printed parts and they didn't share the files, and I've never gotten over that because I wish they would share their files for their printed parts on the SD card. How you give the printer. I mean, there's a good chance somebody is going to reverse engineer your model anyhow and put it up on Thingiverse or My Mini Factory. But see, this isn't printed. This has been molded. So they may have an STL file, but they may not. And if this breaks, or I don't even know what material this plastic's made out of, there's no marks on it. I mean, if I was an expert, I could maybe do a burn test and smell it and see how it reacts to heat, but I'm not an expert, so far from an expert. So I don't know what this plastic is. I don't know what it can withstand. I mean, they expect you're printing PLA, so they expect your temperatures are going to be low. Just trying to think about the future here on a $100 printer. A little bit crazy, but that's just the way I am. So I need to get to work on this. I gotta go through their parts list. Pack of screws and nuts, quantity 1. Informative, but not at its best, I mean. But then again, they are clumping these things together, shipping them off as fast as they can. They don't have time to count out every single screw and nut and list it. And that would be a couple of pages. So I'll have to see what's on the SD card. And oh, look at that, the 3D printed spanners are on the checklist. You may use those in actually building this. I thought maybe they were prints done on a Startt printer, but you may have to actually use them. Interesting that they'll make those printed if they're sending them out in every kit, but you know, they make this injection molded. I just find that interesting. Beats having to buy or make metal ones and ship them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I gotta spend some time putting this thing together. So with that said, I hope this has been helpful, and see you next time.